What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you
Huh?
gonna do? Huh? You leaving? Let me know. I put up a cash at Efure leaving. Let me know. What you wanna do, babe?
So they're reading this book that Natureboy has them reading. The book is quite thick, and if you're not an avid reader, someone that can read a book in 1 to 2 days that thick, then it can take you a month or a couple of months, even if you're not doing anything. Like, they don't work jobs, they can actually be on Big Go all day, if they choose to, or if they are ordered to, if Natureboy allows that.
Hurry up and answer. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hmm. What you want? What you want to do?
I'm already doing what I want to do.
I ain't asked you. I ain't asked you that. But you staying and you going. Which one?
I'm staying.
You belong to me every way. Your soul belong to me. Everything that you are belong to me, ho. Everything. Look out the window. Put your eyes on this camera. Now. Look at me. You belong to me. You my property. You do what I tell you to do. And they want to come save you, tell them, do you want to be saved? Do you want to be saved?
I don't
Look
need
at me.
anybody to save me.
Look at me. Yes or no? Do you want to be saved?
I don't need anybody to save me.
That's right, because you're doing what you want to do, right? You with who you want to be with, right?
Yep, on my spiritual journey.
But they're reading a book because they need to keep Natureboy in their mental. And this is the only reason why this book, and it's targeting what Black women or the woman should do for a man, to serve her man. And we all know that that's not a book that they picked out. But I have been watching the body languages and the conversations and how they're presenting the information for the last couple of days, because it's like a waiting game. We're all just waiting to see who's going to leave next. And when I say game, I don't mean these are these people's lives. I just want to see from my, observation, who's going to leave next.
It says the head of the nation must be respected and must make these determinations and enforce them. The head of the nation, which is the Black man, must be respected and must make these determinations and enforce them.
I always felt like Efure, you could tell in her conversation, the way she speaks, and in her face, she wears a lot of her emotions on her sleeve, on her face, in her tone, that she's tired. There's been a few times over the years you could see some fed up times. I don't think that they're comfortable taking turns between Iyah and Efure reading this nonsense. I don't believe that what they're reading from that book, they believe themselves. And I just really feel like it's a matter of time. I did speak on my opinion of how I felt about Aaron and what Aaron was saying. And I'm hoping that is not the reality, that it takes these women to the age of 40 to snap out of this reprogramming and brainwashing. But we don't know. Only.
And this is what we all must come to. Because Poppy asked a question, right? He said, what did he say? For all the women, what do you, without money, without no money, what do you have? The independent Black woman who says she don't need a man, who by herself with all these kids, who anti-man, who's pro I'm a man, I'm a feminist. If you take away the money and the system, what do you have?
Time will tell what the situation is going to become of it. But I just want to, as much as I can, because I know that they watch this content, I honestly want them to hear what, you're saying as a commentary channel, or what the comments are saying. As a collective, I honestly want us all to, embed in their head, right alongside with Natureboy embedding himself in their head, that they can do better. They can leave this situation, and be productive citizens of society, and live a normal life, and be able to tell their story if they choose to, like Aaron and Kendra and Velvet and all the rest have done. And whatever their talents, their dreams, their aspirations are, they're going to be able to do that going forward. But they have to release themselves from the chains that Natureboy has them, bonded, in, because they're not understanding clearly that these books and these assignments, of these downloads that they have to do, and also to earn money so that they're able to support him while he's in jail, to feed him, to also make sure he has, money for the phone. This is not their job. He's utilizing them like they're cattle, not even treating them like they're human. It's like, it's not even like, to me, he's gone, and it's a really sad situation that they're not seeing it for what it is, and saying that I can't subject myself to this anymore and leaving the situation. But
I've seen very successful women, like very successful, with well-paying jobs and cars and her own house, miserable, like lonely and sad and just bitter.
I know that they have time. They have had time to sit with themselves. It's just probably going to take them longer for it to sink in that this is not where it's at, and that they're not happy, and they're just being stagnant by staying in this situation and not wanting better for themselves. But yeah, we're going to listen to a little bit of what Efure is reading, but you can tell that she's really trying to fake it till she makes it. I believe that if Efure, of all the women, wanted to leave, I don't think that there's a threat of being harmed by Malia or Iyah that she's even thinking about. Efure's there still because she wants to be there. I don't think there's the element of feeling threatened to be jumped by the other girls or any of those things. I think that she's there because she's undecided of the decision she needs to make going forward for her life. I just want them to know that the longer they stay, and subject themselves to this, they're going to make it harder for them to get themselves right. I just hope that they're not there for 3, 4 more years, because it's just too much on the mental. And like I always say, when the mental is shot to hell, it's hard to heal from that. In some cases, people don't heal from it. I feel like physical abuse, neither one of them are acceptable, but you can heal from something physically done to you. But mental abuse, sometimes people don't have the capacity or the strength to jump back from that. That's why we have to be very careful who we give our heart to, who we give our thoughts to. We have to watch, and protect our eyes and our ears, because people can put the wrong message in you, and you can start to believe things that you otherwise would not have believed. But if you hear it day in, day out, something that was never considered the truth can become your truth. Hearing it that much is just a human response to what can happen, and the changes that can happen in life and in life's lessons. So I just really hope maybe this book alone, just having to do, it just seems like a chore. Getting up here reading chapters of this book that this man is making them read, maybe that alone they'll get fed up with doing that. Saying, after this book, what other book are we going to have to read in front of the public that we don't want to have to do? You know what I'm saying? Efru's sitting up here eating now. It's like, I know she'd rather be sitting up there picking out on all the stuff she was never allowed to eat, not reading a book about something she knows she doesn't believe in.